and welcome to my short tutorial on the basics of Adobe Audition. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to basically set up Audition, how to do a new audio recording, how to do some very basic audio editing, and also how to export and save your audio recordings as MP3 files onto your computer, which we can then use later to import into Premiere Pro to start overlaying some of our visual stuff over the top of it. So just a quick brief explanation of what Adobe Audition is. It's part of the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. It specializes in solely audio recording and editing. So Premiere Pro is a mixture of audio and visual. Audition is specifically just audio, so perfect for podcasts, radio shows, things like that. So without further ado, we'll open it up. The Adobe Audition app is just down here with the AU, so I'm going to click that and load it up. If you don't have this on your computers, then you can come to the Creative Cloud desktop, the suite here with all the stuff on it, and you can just go in through here and find it and then install it as and when you need. This might take a few minutes though, so just bear that in mind if you haven't got it already. So once we've loaded it up, we've got this big interface with lots of different panels that we can start doing stuff with. Just for this tutorial, because this is just the basics, we're only going to be using two of the tiles. So we're going to be using the big middle one. This is the most important one, and this is where all of our audio is going to be recorded, and this is where we can also edit the audio. And we're going to be using this one up here, which is the files and the tracks that we're going to make. So just before we start, we'll go back and take a look at our scripts. So we have a script here that we've written, and you should have yours as well. So we've done the first couple of stages of creating this film review video essay that we're currently making. As you can see, I've tried to break mine down into very, very small, succinct paragraphs, and also break the essay down into sections. So obviously you've got paragraph 1, which is the introduction, and then paragraph 2, which is the synopsis and evaluation of the film, paragraph 3, and then the conclusion. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down how we're going to record this into Audition, and this is my suggestion to make this easier, and it will also make it easier for you when you actually get into Premiere Pro and organizing all your audio tracks. So for example, paragraph 1, this will be its own track, and then this will be separate to paragraph 2, and then paragraph 3, and so on. So just for the sake of this example, we're going to do paragraph 1. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do paragraph 1, just to walk you through Adobe Audition. So I've got my script ready to go. I'm going to just close that down here. Now, if we want to start, we need a new track. So there's two different ways we can start a new track. We can go up here into this panel in the top left. We can right click and go new, and then go audio file, and that will start a new track for you to then start recording. Or you can simply just come to the record button here, the red button at the bottom, and you can just click that, and that will automatically create an audio file. So I'm going to click here. The file name, I'm going to call it paragraph 1, para 1, and then I'm just going to call it introduction. So I know when we save the file and when we eventually put it into Premiere Pro, I know that what part of the essay it is. So I'm going to go OK. And now it started recording automatically. So this is all my voice that's recording as I'm speaking. So what we can do is I'm just going to stop recording there. And I'm just going to delete that for now. So we've got a fresh track. And as you can see at the top here, we've got the file that's come up here, and it's called paragraph 1 introduction. So this is what we're recording on at the moment. So what I do is I've got my script ready. I'm going to start recording, and I'm going to go to my script, and I'm going to read everything. Basically, I'm going to read all this. So here we go. Paragraph 1, introduction. A brief summary of the film and who directed it. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a 2022 absurdist comedy sci-fi adventure film directed by two directors who refer to themselves as Daniels. Coming from a background predominantly making music videos, Everything Everywhere All at Once is only the Daniels' second feature film, their first being the hyper-surrealist Swiss Army Man starring Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano. Well, I actually think that went pretty well, so we can stop recording now. And when we stop recording, as you can see, the whole track gets highlighted. And from here, if we can review the track. So if we go back to the start, I'm just going to click anywhere on this interface. I'm going to go to the start, and let's just listen to it back. And I'm going to go to my script, and I'm going to read everything. Basically, I'm going to read all this. So here we go. Paragraph 1, introduction. So as you can see from that bit, that was me talking about what I was going to do. So here I'm going to just show you how to do some basic editing. So we're going to go listen to this back. Paragraph 1. So let's just go back again. Everything. Basically, I'm going to read all this. So here we go. So basically, because this was me sort of talking about it at the start, and we don't need this because this isn't what we're going to need in the final to put into Premiere Pro. We can actually very easily delete that. So that's our red line, and we're going to use that as sort of a marking point. So I'm going to, everything from the left of the red line, I'm just going to highlight. Just on my mouse, I'm just clicking and holding. Click, hold, drag, and basically we don't need any of that audio. So I'm literally just going to click delete, and that just gets rid of it. So now we start with paragraph 1. Introduction. That's great because it's right at the start of the recording, and I know, and when I get into the edit, I will delete this start bit as well. But when I get there, I know that this is paragraph 1, and it's kind of like a slate. So also something that I've noticed since I've been making these that I do is I say a lot. I say and usually I say when I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next. So usually when I look at my waveform, it'll have like a blip here, and it'll be like and then I go in and say what I need to say. So obviously when we make the video essay, we want our audio to be very clear and crisp, and we don't want any like sort of dialogue stumbles or anything like that. We want it to be really smooth. So with this technique of just clicking highlight, going through and reviewing your audio, clicking and highlighting these little bits of finding these little waveforms of like or a lot of the time, sometimes you take a big, I take a big inhale so you can hear me sort of like breathing in to sort of, so I can go on to say the next bit of dialogue. You can always just trim all that stuff out, and it just makes it sound a lot more professional, a lot more cleaner. So let's just have a listen to this bit. Well, I actually think... So that's like a little breath. I sort of take a little breath there. So I can literally just highlight that tiny little wave there. Delete it. Well, I actually think that went pretty well. So we can stop recording. And I'll just have a little at once. Is only the Daniels' second. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a 2022 absurdist comedy sci-fi adventure film directed by 2 directors who refer to themselves as Daniels. Coming from a background... it all sort of went pretty well, but this last bit, I actually think that went pretty well. We don't need this, so I can actually get rid of that whole last bit. So now we're just left with the entire paragraph. So that's the entire paragraph there, and we've also trimmed and cut and neatened out all them little like audio missteps and things like that, and we're really happy with it. So from here, we can save this as an MP3 file. So if we go here, we go File, and then make sure we've selected this track. So we've got paragraph 1 introduction, we've got this selected. File, Export, and then go File. Now this brings up the export settings, and I've got paragraph 1 introduction MP3. So these 3 are the important ones. When you first open this panel up, this might be on a different setting. Now, these are all different kinds of settings that you can use. It could be, it might be in a .wma file. It could be in a .wav file. I'd recommend just whatever it is. It might already be on MP3, and if that's the case, just leave it as is. But if it's not MP3 audio, just go through here and just put it to MP3. And then that's a really straightforward audio file type that will go into Premiere Pro. Now, make sure that we've called it what we want to call it. We've got paragraph 1 introduction, perfect. We've got an MP3. The middle one, the location, is where it's going to be saved. So if we go and remember our file management, so I have made on my desktop, I've got a file called Movie Review PD. I've got a media file, and inside that media file, I've got my audio, and then I've got my voice recordings, and these are all my paragraphs that I've got here saved, ready to import. So that's where I'm going to put it. You save it there, and then you just go OK, and then just go yes, and that's it. It's saved. So finally, say we've done that, and obviously on our script here, we've got multiple paragraphs. So if we wanted to make a new paragraph, come up to the panel in the top left here, right-click New, Audio File, and then we're going to call this Paragraph 2. Evaluation synopsis, OK. Sorry, I put there we go. Okay, and now here we've got paragraph 2 evaluation synopsis, and we can just click. It's still got paragraph 1. There's my paragraph 1, all there saved, and not gone anywhere. And then when I want to work on either one, I can just come here. This is my paragraph 2, ready to go. And then I just need to click record when I need to record it. And that is all we're going to do today. And that's basically the basics of Adobe Audition. Now, if any of you want to know how I record my audio, in lockdown last year, I purchased this microphone. And it's been really, really good. This is what I'm recording on at the moment. So when I found that I was doing a lot more of these, I went out and I got myself... Like, this isn't like super expensive, but it's not cheap either. I'd say it's like a bit of a middle of the road microphone, and it's really, really good. But that just if you were wondering what I was recording my audio on, you can record your audio on your laptops, but it won't be as clear. So if you can get your hands, or if we in the department have any microphones, I recommend grabbing one of these. And it just records a lot more clearer sound, and it's the Rode NT USB mini USB microphone. So that's what I use to record my audio. So I just thought I'd just let you know, and I got it from PB Tech. So just thought I'd let you know that of what I use to record my audio on. But apart from that, that is us today for the Adobe Audition 101 basics. And as we go through, we can always like add to this and find out different things of what we can do. But if any questions, just feel free to ask. But that's about it. Thanks for listening.